Lead me, Lord. Lead me by the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord. Lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go alone my way. Help me take the right direction. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. I just cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life, all through my days. So lead me, oh lead me.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, elas na sigatanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y bugay. Lupang binirang, tuyag na ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tugon sa simoy at sa langit kong pagaw, ay hinagang kawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang islang ng pagkawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang pituwin at parang niya kailan ang kanya'y magtitindig. Lumangang araw ng warhagit pagsingka, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na karkay pag-aakit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning and welcome to the webinar series of Felta Multimedia Inc. Intel Partner Day 2021. Felta Multimedia Inc. is a proud partner of Intel, and we aim to provide quality education through quality teaching materials throughout the years. We believe that quality education can only be achieved through quality teachers and instructional materials, and as Felta sets standards to providing top quality education and training materials, we only choose the best partner. In line with that, let us watch this video about the power of learning by Intel Education.
Over the last decade, we've worked with 10 million educators in more than 100 countries. We've put large-scale plans into action and placed technology into a whole generation of little hands. And while we're always working on the newest hardware, our education team is also creating the latest software and services that build upon your curriculum. We are helping educators to effectively integrate classroom technology and continuing to grow our network where teachers exchange ideas globally. Because as much as we believe in the power of technology, we also believe that our shared future lies in the power of learning. And when it comes to learning, we've learned what works.
Wow, I know everyone excited to know more about the Intel education. And so let us begin our program for today. To give us a welcome remarks, let us all welcome the President and CEO of Felta Multimedia Inc., Ms. Maylene Aviva.
Hello, thank you very much, Rochelle, and good morning to all our viewers, to our educators, parents, our school administrators, and even our learners. And today I'd like to share with you the story of Felta Multimedia as a partner of Intel for the past almost, since 2012. And today we celebrate our partnership and also would like to inform you about the new initiatives that we have and the new products that we are launching for this year and the coming years. Just to give a background, Felta Multimedia became a partner of Intel in the year 2012. And the funny story is that during that time, the president of Intel Philippines is Ricky Banaag, and the education lead is Carlo Subido. What they did was they threw me a tablet, the one on the right on your screen. They threw it on the table and said, "Look at this, Maylene." And then I was shocked because, first of all, it did break. And second of all, it's a device that is supposed to be an electronics device that's supposed to be handled with care. So that was the journey, the start of our journey in Intel education. And Felta then became an enlisted OEM manufacturer for Intel education. So here in this photo, for example, we have the content access point, which will also be discussed later by Mr. Willie Nacional about the NUC. And then we have the devices, the Intel devices being used in the robotics programs. Now, as our journey continues, we conducted what we call ICT training for the Department of Education. So that is the way for us to reach the educators. And at that time in 2012 and the early years of 2012, we conducted these trainings so that the Department of Education will know how to use the devices that they have received. Some of them receive devices as donations from the LGUs, and also to make an ICT plan. And the good output that we were able to achieve during the Intel and Felta ICT conferences and the trainings is that now schools have their own ICT focal point. So that was at the time they didn't have anyone to do the repairs or to help them on how to use and maximize the devices in their school. So they are now, this is the output that we have. We were able to cover over, I believe, 13 regions all over the Philippines. And Intel Education and Felta have heart. During the Yolanda super typhoon of 2013, we know that whole island of Leyte was devastated. And Intel Education, with a partnership with Felta Multimedia, rebuilt 4 school buildings in Santo Niño Elementary School. We also deployed several of the Intel devices to different schools as far as Ormoc. I'd like also to share with you that it's not only during this time, during the Yolanda typhoon, that Intel has helped. We also have the program in the Marilog Elementary School, which is about an hour and a half from Davao. It's in Davao del Sur, where they're called a non-grid school, which means they have no electricity. So how can you have technology if there's no electricity, right? So what Intel did and Felta, and with the cooperation of USAID, is that we were able to set up the devices and solar paneled energy for the study book tablets. So that is a project of Intel Education and Felta Multimedia. And for the past years, we have been the solutions provider of the Department of Education by deploying Intel devices to the public schools. And as you see here, this is in the Department of Education, the city of Makati, where they are still to date using the devices as a part of their modality for the remote learning modality. And Felta Multimedia is also proud that we were able to deploy the desktops for all the libraries of the city of Manila. So this is a photo of the trainings that we conducted throughout the month of training for the school heads and also for the librarians of the city of Manila. Now, Intel and Felta is, I would say, a partner with heart, as well as a partner for being able to provide the skills for the youth, for them to be prepared for the jobs of the future. So we have what we call the Intel Education Solutions included already for free inside the Intel devices. So not only do you get a what we call a drop and water resilient device, but you also have already built in Intel Education Solutions or interactive lessons inside the devices. Later on, we will showcase and do a demonstration. And I'm proud to say that to date, Felta is still a gold technology partner of Intel. And on the right, there is a photo of me with John Galvin, at the time, the Vice President for World Ahead Group of Intel Corporation. And I was called on stage to help as a co-presenter. And I believe that is truly a privilege and an honor for Felta Multimedia to be called in during that time. And Felta has received several awards from Intel, one of which is the Intel deployment of the first to deploy the study book tablets in all of Asia, and also the first to be able to have the promotions and the sales for the devices in using the Millennium Edu program, which is a United Nations program for education. And we're also pleased that we were also selected, or actually have won, the Intel Education Championship Challenge for our sales. And I was sent to Dubai for an incentive trip and also a conference with other Intel partners. And the year 2016, Intel Channel Board of Advisors invited me to be part of them. And I believe I am the only woman at that time. And I believe that it was really crucial for us to have a voice for the education space in the Intel Channel Board of Advisors. And these are samples of how the gift box looks like and some of the form format that we have offered. And this is the Class Connect device, which is also ruggedized, which is used for last mile schools where there are or last mile schools or non-grid schools. What happens here is that the teacher goes down to the city, for example, where there's internet, downloads the content and brings it up to the school, and the content access point, or what we call the class connect, can download the content in the class connect to as many as 25 devices to as for till 40 square meters in the distance. So that's about two classrooms. So this is, I believe, a very good solution for the non-grid schools and for the last mile schools. Now, in behalf of Felta Multimedia, we know that we have a, would say a lot of opportunities, and we have many more years of partnership with Intel. And I would like to sincerely thank Intel and their team for the trust and confidence in Felta. We've been your partner since 2012, and we know that it is our goal to be able to provide quality educational devices for the schools as well as for parents for homeschooling and for remote learning. For this, I'd like to say thank you so much and God bless us. Then recently, we have just deployed the Core i3 laptops for the DSWD, Department of Social Welfare of the City of Binyan. And these are what they look like. These are the form factors for the Core i3 laptops as Felta as OEM of Intel. Thank you so much, and we have a great day ahead of us. God bless us all. Yes, Rochelle? Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mama Eileen, for sharing with us how Intel helped Bell Multimedia in modernizing education. That
Exactly.
fifth story actually, how Bell to learn about Intel is actually the same exact scenario happened to me. Those
Yeah.
ITs throwing those laptops. Indeed, Intel products are top quality solutions for top quality education Belta has been providing our schools this day. And now, of course, to learn more about Intel and to talk about Intel Inside. So we'll be learning more about Intel. Let us all welcome our first speaker for today, who will be talking about Intel Inside Learn More, Intel Channel Business Manager for the Philippines, Mr. Josh Pendejito.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Rochelle, for the introduction. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, my name is Josh. I am taking care the channels here in the Philippines, and of course, Felta is one of our one of our partners that we are really working uh, very close together. Felta and Intel will work together for us to bring you the right product according to your requirement. Now, just a short note from Intel, what is going on with Intel and what is the status of the company. So the past few years, I think 4 or 5 years ago, the company had a major turn because we were about to to change direction of the company, not just taking care of the PC business in the global industry, but to develop more and more products so that the business portfolio of the company will be much more wider, and we can facilitate and bring more technology to the rest of the industries in the all over the world. So aside from the PC business, we now developed, if you're familiar with the data center, this is more on the server side. So we cater all those cloud services, and then we have this another very emerging business now. We call it the Internet of Things. Okay, and then we do have technology for the storage solution as well. So Intel as a whole has been growing um, quite fast for the past few years, and then last year, we've been, I mean, almost everybody, I think, we have worked from home. It's because of the pandemic that we've been experiences for more than 1 year now, and then another struggle, especially for the Philippines, is we have another second wave, a surge of COVID when we entered the month of March this year, right? But hopefully, we can work this out, and we work and pray together to to control this virus, and hopefully we can have a more and more vaccination for us to have an herd immunity, and then we can go back to our normal lives. So um, after we introduced um, a lot of generations, as we continue to enhance our technology. After me, I have one colleague. His name is Willie. Rochelle will introduce him formally after me. Um, we are going to present the technologies of our CPUs now. It's the 10th generation core processors, and at the same time, there's a little sneak preview of the next technology, which is the 11th generation core processors later on, so that you will further understand what is the development and the enhancement of technology. And then, as mentioned earlier, that Felta and Intel, we work together, we work closely together every day so that we can bring the right product for you, especially you as the educators. Okay. Felta now has a very wide array of product offering for you, from our smallest device, the what's that, Rochelle? Our ACS uh, SKUs that we are selling to the market. And then we do have, of course, our desktops, and at the same time our notebooks that we are introducing now, the 10th generation Core i3, i5, and i7. Okay, so I think that's all. After our product presentation, we have two presenters after me, and then after that we're going to have a Q&A, and then let's have a good interaction with each other. All right, so enjoy the rest of I think we have like 2 hours to present the products, so enjoy the rest of the morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Rochelle.
All right, so thank you so much for that, Sir George Pendejito of Intel Education, or of Intel. Um, so we have learned about the story behind how Felta became a partner of Intel, and we had a bit of information how Intel works with the products that I believe most of us are using. Now, to learn more, a little bit deeper about the Intel products, this is more techie talk. So, for those ITs and tech supports of our school who are watching right now, get ready your notes because we'll be having our second speaker for today. He's a training representative handling desktop and mobile processors of NUCPC, Mr. Willie Nashon.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
So,
Good morning.
hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rochelle, and thank you for having me again for another session or discussion about Intel products. Okay, so I'd like to thank, of course, Felta for inviting us again. And truly, it is Felta Multimedia has really helped modernize our education by providing quality products from Intel. So, I hope everybody is safe and fine wherever you are during this uncertainty. And today, I'm not gonna go deeper on the technical side of the Intel products, but I'll try to share as much knowledge as possible. Okay, and make it short and sweet a little bit. So if you have questions, guys, or if you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section, and then we'll try to answer later on during the Q&A session. So to start with, let me just share my screen. Okay, so I hope everyone is seeing my screen, but let me. Okay, so, so welcome to the Intel Tech Day 2020 with Feltham Multimedia Inc. So for today's agenda, we're gonna be discussing about Intel Core processors and Intel Evo platforms. Okay, so I will also introduce to you our latest addition or latest product integrated to your processors, the Intel Iris Xe graphics and the Intel Iris Xe Max graphics, and then a quick overview of our 11th generation core processors and our current product lineup of Intel NUC, okay, for your mini PC segment. Okay, so recently Intel has let me just grab my laser pointer. Okay, so recently Intel has redesigned their branding and logo. So basically, whatever product you are seeing now on your shelves, on your devices, this will be the new badge for our processors. Okay. And then you will be able to identify if it is powered by the Intel Iris Xe graphics with this badge or logo on your device. Okay, and then we a few months now we introduced the Intel Evo platforms. So basically, this is an additional Intel branded platforms wherein Intel has tested and verified these products to follow specific criteria and functionality for the end user. Okay, so expect more wonderful things if you are using or if you are going to use the Intel Evo platform powered by the core processor i7 and i5. Okay, so what are the uh, new and latest technology update for the 11th generation mobile processors? Okay, let's take a quick look with our Intel Core processor for the 11th generation. These actually are the new technologies integrated with your 11th generation desktop processor, mobile processor, starting with the Core i5 and Core i7. And these are the first technologies or features that will be available only for the 11th generation Evo platforms. Now, in terms of architecture, the CPU architecture of your mobile processor, okay, from the it would be the Ice Lake processor, and then it will be using the Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, so that means additional gains in terms of performance on your graphics. Okay, and then it has a new AI capabilities, so it will help improve your performance in terms of AI workloads. And then it has also a new media and display engine that supports higher resolution when you are playing multimedia applications, or you are watching video streaming, or watching movie playback. And it was also integrated Thunderbolt 4. So Thunderbolt 4 is it's a technology from Intel that enables you to utilize all the connection in one single port. So it serves as your universal port. So you can charge, you can transfer data, you can connect your uh, display port there with our Thunderbolt 4 technology. And then we have an upgrade or an improved PCIe Gen 4 interface. So if you are going to use external devices or external expansions for your graphics or for your storage SSDs, okay, so our Gen 4 PCIe can support higher capacity and high speed SSD, okay, if you have the PCIe Gen 4 interface. And then it also supports the integrated Intel Wi-Fi 6 gig. So if you have the Intel Wi-Fi 6 gig plus on your device, that means you have a BIP access for a 6 gigahertz bandwidth internet connection. So that means uh, faster internet connectivity. So currently, most people are using the 5 gig Wi-Fi connectivity. So if you are the first to have the Wi-Fi 6 gig plus or 6 gig bandwidth connection, you'll be able to enjoy the privilege of connecting to a 6 gig bandwidth Wi-Fi connectivity. Okay, and then one of the highlight that the Intel Evo platform has is the GNA 2.0 for neural noise cancellation. So that means, say for example, currently most of our students and teachers are doing online homeschooling, right? So we have online class now. Most of us, most common problem that we encounter is the background noises. Okay, we have at home different noises, say unnecessary noises during your calls. Okay, with our the GNA 2.0 neural noise cancellation or the Gaussian neural accelerator, okay, it helps you to eliminate all the background noises. Okay, so say for example, you were caught on a coffee shop and then there's a lot of background noises. The Intel technology or the GNA 2.0 will has a preset of noises. Okay, on that on a software. It's actually a combination of a software and hardware. So Intel supports the hardware, and then the software, they have a preset noises. Okay, they identified all the noises, like for example, a barking dog, uh a vehicle's horn, so something like those. Okay, so once they identified that those sounds are noises, it will automatically eliminated using the GNA 2.0. Okay, and then there's a lot of a new technology, like for example, the support for 1.8K display and for 4K display monitors, a lot of AI instructions for your graphics performance. So there's a lot of improvement as we progress with our 11th generation core mobile processor with Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, so those are just the benefits of having your Intel 11th generation core processors with Intel Iris Xe graphics. Now, let's check in what are the benefits, or what can we get from our Intel Evo platforms. Okay, so with your Evo platforms, as I've said earlier, it is verified and tested with Intel. Okay, so that means if Intel, if your brand, if the brands okay confirm that it will last for 9 hours or 12 hours, definitely it has been tested on from Intel and the brand tested it, and then Intel verified it with this logo. Okay, so the assurance of having a tested features on your device is being uh, checked by validated is being validated by Intel team. Okay, so basically this evo platforms, okay, starting with our core i5 and core i7, gives you, say for example, an instant responsiveness on applications, like for example on your day-to-day applications such as Microsoft Office, Google Chrome, and Zoom. Okay, so it increases the responsiveness of those applications, and then it also improves your battery life. Okay, with a thin design, it can last for approximately or more than 9 hours. Okay, and then it gives you an instant wake. So when you open the lid from sleep mode, okay, it will only take you less than a second. Okay, and then our Intel Evo platform is also verified fast charging. Okay, that means for 4 or more hours of battery life. Okay, you can charge your device in less than or approximately 30 minutes. Okay, um, if you're going to use your device with full HD display, okay, it will take you 4 hours if you charge it for 30 minutes. And then it also has the integrated or the Intel Wi-Fi 6 gig plus technology that I mentioned earlier. So you have the privilege of having, you have the privilege to connect with a 6 gig bandwidth of internet connection, and then Thunderbolt 4, so a universal port, is also available on a thin and light uh, mobile laptops. Okay, so let's watch this video to give you uh, some further information about our Evo platforms.
If you have the drive, passion, and vision to shape what's next, the new lineup of premium laptops designed on the Intel Evo platform is made for you. Built by the world's leading manufacturers, only Intel Evo platform-based designs have been put to the test through more than 1 million Intel engineering hours to help you create, connect, and achieve more. The heart of the platform is the latest Intel 11th Gen Core processor. Combined with Intel Iris Xe graphics and immersive displays to bring your ideas to life. Thunderbolt 4 connects your devices and transfers data with a single cable, while built-in Intel Wi-Fi 6 technology can deliver internet speeds up to 3 times faster. And with instant startup and remarkable responsiveness between programs, Intel Evo platform-based laptops work at the speed of you. Now combine all that with seriously fast charging and battery life verified to no less than 9 hours on Full HD displays. It all adds up to a new class of premium laptops, designed for an exceptional experience anywhere and verified to blow you away. Just look for Intel Evo on your next laptop. The badge means it's verified wonderful.
Okay, so before I move forward to our next topic, so basically, if you have your Intel Evo platforms, that means it has been tested and validated by the Intel team to to meet all the criteria set or being disclosed by the brand. Say, for example, mentioned as mentioned earlier. So if it can wake up to in less than one seconds, it should wake up in less than 1 second. Okay, and then if they claim that it can last for 9 hours, the device should last for 9 hours. So that means Intel has set this all these criteria to make sure that all this criteria has been met by the brands or by the OEMs. Okay, so it is being validated and tested by the Intel team. Okay, now let's have a quick introduction of our Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, so with the new processor, there's a new graphics architecture, and of course, a new level of performance in terms of our mobile devices. So basically, a lot of the contribution, a lot of the performance improvement has been introduced by the Iris Xe graphics. So actually, the mobile segment of Intel devices has been revolutionized or reinvented with the launch of our Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, so whether you're going to use it for your homeschooling or if you're going to use it for your multimedia application, this will give you a fast and incredible performance and on a light and thin laptops. Okay, so what's new with our Intel Iris Xe graphics? Okay, so this technology is actually available starting with our Core i5 and Core i7 processor. Okay, so that means with your Core i5 and Core i7 being the mainstream or mid-range processor or mobile segment, okay, it will give you um uh, better performance. Okay, just look for the badge with the Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, so it will give you additional gains or it will improve your graphics performance if it is powered by the Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, so this graphics is actually based on the new graphics architecture. Okay, so it improves the performance or it intelligently accelerate all your AI workloads. Okay, and then it combines with your CPU performance to uh, finish or to to process or all your graphics requirement. Okay, and it also gives you the most common questions of our customer is that if you have additional graphics, okay, this is actually an integrated. Okay, that means it's within your processor engine. Okay, it works together with your processor engine to give you better performance in terms of graphics. Okay, just to give you an idea on the difference of our Intel Iris Xe graphics, okay, with the previous Intel Iris Plus graphics, which is powered by the Generation 11 Ice Lake. Okay, so as you can see here, um, the XE graphic has 96 execution unit. Okay, whereas from the previous it has 64 execution units. So the higher the number of execution units, that means it can give you better performance in terms of graphics. Okay, with this improvement of execution units, it will give you an additional or an increase of 50% in terms of graphics performance. Okay, as you can see here, the improvement is 1.5 times. Okay, and as you can see, the integrated graphics of Tiger Lake, the integrated graphics of Tiger Lake processor are is better, okay, on all parameters. And the increase in the number of execution units, the frequency, and the size of the L3 cache or the temporary storage and the memory L3 cache of memory is actually affected by this performance. Okay, so it really helps the performance in terms of your graphics uh, requirement. Okay. Overall, the Intel Tiger Lake graphics, it delivers around 2 times better performance as compared with your Intel Iris Plus graphics Ice Lake chips. Okay, and then another good thing about our Intel Iris Xe graphics is the dedicated AV1 decode hardware. Okay, so there's a support for AV1. That means most platform is currently embracing the AV1 decode technology. Say, for example, Netflix, Facebook, YouTube, OBS, yung mga streaming app natin like XSplit and OBS, it embraces the new decode hardware technology wherein if you are playing high resolution or if you're streaming high resolution videos, even on a low bandwidth situation, okay, it doesn't affect the performance of your graphics. That means even if you are streaming high resolution, you can still uh, play it even if your Wi-Fi connection is very slow. Okay, or slow rather. Okay, so you can play high resolution even on a low bandwidth resolution. Okay, to understand more about our Intel Iris Xe graphics, let's watch this another video. Okay.
AV1 is the latest video codec designed specifically for video over the internet. At YouTube, we're always looking for new technologies to give our users the best experience. With AV1, we can give our users less banding, less blurring, and less blocky video, all while using 20% less bandwidth. As Intel brings this technology to our users, this is a great win for the ecosystem. In homes where multiple devices are streaming simultaneously, AV1 helps by efficiently utilizing bandwidth during times of congestion. It can mean faster video load times, less network usage, and better looking video. Through this collaboration with Intel, we can bring the latest technology to our viewers and our creators. AV1 is baked right into Intel's Xe, which means you can watch YouTube's best quality videos on the go while making the most out of your battery performance. With the expected bandwidth savings on AV1, users on constrained connections can potentially unlock higher resolutions through more efficient video delivery. We can serve our users higher quality videos than ever before, just the way our creators intended. Together, we can collectively push the boundaries of the video experience.
Okay, just to quickly sum up the Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay, uh, according to the video, you can play with the AV1 support. You can play high resolution video even on a low bandwidth situation. So it doesn't consume a lot of your bandwidth, even if you are playing high resolution videos. Okay. Now, what's with our Intel Xe Max graphics? So this one is actually an dedicated graphics. The Intel Iris Xe is an integrated engine to your processor. Okay, the Xe Max is a dedicated graphics that you can uh, that can serve as an add-on for your mobile devices and desktop as well. Okay, so the Xe Max is dedicated. So this is the first time, this is the first Intel discrete graphic solution, okay, on a thin and light laptops. Okay, so it's combined with our 11th generation, and actually it took Intel to develop this first Xe Max graphics um, more than 20 years. Okay, so to come up with this Intel Iris Xe Max graphics. So let's watch another video. So basically, there are technologies within the Xe Max that it supports, like for example, the deep learning boost, the GNA, the VNNI. So as mentioned earlier, it reduce the VNNI or uh, the vector neural network instruction. So if I'm not mistaken, vector neural network instruction is the technology that helps to deblur your background. Okay, if you are using a third-party application software, And then if you are also using a third-party software, if you're on a meeting, the GNA, as mentioned earlier, the Gaussian Neural Accelerator will help you remove all unnecessary noises from your background with all the presets identified by the software applications, and the DL Boost or the DP4A. So the DP4A, it's a combination of your graphics and your CPU performance combined to help you to provide a better resolution and high performing video output for your devices. So let's understand better or further with this content creator. Okay, let's watch another video to fully understand the technology behind the deep learning boost or the AI on an AI perspective. Okay.
Hey guys. Nick is a photographer and creative streamer who just got his hands on some vintage family photos he would love to share.
Have I got something cool to show you?
And he wants to show his audience how easy it is to touch them up. Laptops based on the Intel Evo platform come with Thunderbolt 4, so his entire workspace is connected with a single cable. Thunderbolt 4 supports 40 gigabits per second transfer speeds, so he can copy files at blazing speeds, even while working on his 4K HDR displays and powering his laptop. With the unmatched speed and power of his thin and light laptop, Nick can do editing live while streaming for his fans. Now that Adobe Photoshop Elements uses the Adobe Sensei AI engine and leverages the hardware-accelerated AI features of the 11th generation Intel Core processors, Nick can bring color and life to his images with a single click. With OpenVino optimization, the job is done in seconds. Adding color was just the beginning. Nick has another AI-based tool to show off. Gigapixel AI from Topaz Labs enlarges his photos up to 600% while perfectly preserving image quality, enlarging the resolution of the image from 0.3 megapixels to 5 megapixels. Images can be enlarged in seconds with the power of Iris Xe graphics leveraging DL Boost technology, taking these family photos from the 19th century to the 21st in a matter of minutes. Nick has plenty of contemporary pictures too, but they would be more impressive in a panoramic view. And with Adobe Lightroom, he can merge photos with a simple click. Using content-aware fill on his HDR merged image makes removing unwanted objects quick and easy. Bringing out the color and dynamic effects, nature's beauty can truly shine through. Nick finished both HDR Merge Panorama and Content-Aware Fill in less than 2 minutes. Not bad. The new 11th Gen Intel Core processors with integrated AI engines deliver accelerated performance in both the CPU and GPU to help keep you in your creative flow.
Have a good one, guys.
Okay, so that means the extreme or the Intel Iris Xe graphics together with your software applications and the CPU processor, it's really a combination of those technologies and those components to come up or to provide better and faster applications for your devices. So it's really a combination. So Intel is helping our software engineers to develop all these applications, okay, and make sure that all those application is being supported on the hardware or component level. Now, these are the list of our 11th generation mobile processor lineup. So most of the top of the pack is the Core i7-1185G7, which is a quad-core 8-thread CPU that clocks up to 4.8 gigahertz on a single threaded and 4.3 across all cores, okay, with our turbo boost maximum with the turbo boost 3 turbo boost max 3.0. Okay, so it has the 12 MB cache memory. So this is the most powerful Tiger Lake. So our code name for our 11th generation is Tiger Lake. So you might be wondering, if you go to an IT shop and they ask you if you're looking for a Tiger Lake CPU, it's also the same with the 11th generation. It's the same with the 11th generation. So if you're looking for an 11th generation, you can just simply name it Tiger Lake CPU. Okay, and it also comes with the 96 execution units, Intel Iris Xe graphics. So if you are on a content creator site, or you're a student, you love editing videos, you love editing photos, or you are currently streaming your live. So this mobile segment processor is actually designed for you guys. Okay. Now, let's move forward with our desktop updates. So these are just desktop updates for the 11th generation desktop processor. Okay? Now, for the 11th generation desktop processors, we actually introduced a new core architecture with up to 19 IPC improvement. So technically, IPC improvement is just simply to say we have additional 19% performance gain in terms of both your productivity and create content creation, even up to your gaming requirement or gaming needs. Okay. We also, along with this improvement, okay, we also have the new enhanced graphics, which is 50% better integrated graphics performance. So this is the first time that we will introduce the technology that being utilized on our mobile segment, okay, which is the Intel Xe graphics uh, technology. Okay, so once we integrated our Xe graphics to our 11th generation, it can give you up to 50% better integrated graphics performance. And since the mobile segment is embracing the Intel Deep Learning Boost, it's like what I mentioned earlier, the GNA, the VNNI, the DP4A, okay, those are also available. Those will also be available with our mainstream desktop processors. So your desktop processors can also compete in terms of the blurring, noise cancellation, and all other stuff that support from your mobile segment. Okay, so the key features of this processor, the 11th generation, okay, will provide you better improvement, okay, specifically on your graphics and responsiveness. So additional games in terms of performance and additional support on your graphics performance with the 11th generation desktop processors. Okay, let me just skip that. So basically, this is our 11th generation preview of our top of the line. Okay, so this is our top of the bean Core i9 11900K, which has 8 cores and 16 threads. It can go up to 5.3 gigahertz on a on a single core boost. Okay, it supports DDR4 3200. Okay, speed of memory, and it also supports the AB1 decode support that we discussed on from the mobile segment. And it gives you new overclocking features and capabilities. So say, for example, you are not a technical guy, but you want to overclock your device. You don't need a technician or a technical guy to overclock your device. Okay, you can just download our overclocking software, the IPM. Okay, it stands for Intel Performance Maximizer. The IPM will overclock your system. Okay, with just a click of a mouse. Okay, so you just need to download the software and then let Intel IPM, or the Intel Performance Maximizer, do the rest. So it will overclock your system according to your regular routine. So it will identify all your activity on your system, and then it will automatically overclock your device. But if you are more of a manual overclocker, or if you're a technically know-how guy, you can download our Intel Utility overclocking tool. Okay, then install it, and it will give you an easy overclocking uh, overclocking options, okay, with our softwares, because it will guide you with your overclocking, manual overclocking. Okay, all those softwares and applications are free to download. You just go to our website and look for all those softwares, the Intel Memory Extreme Memory Profile, and the Intel Performance Maximizer. Okay, and the Core i9 11900K, or the 11th generation, is fully compliant with your 500 series motherboards, and it is also backward compatible with your 400 series chipset. So that means if you're currently using a 400 series motherboards, you can still upgrade to our 11th generation desktop processors. Okay, but there's always a limitations. If you're using your 400 series, make sure to check with your vendor or your manufacturer if it is compatible with the 11th generation. Basically, we have the B460 and H460, I think, that are not compatible with the 11th generation. Okay, so always check the compatibility before you upgrade to 11th generation. Check your specific model of your motherboards. Okay, if it is compliant with your 11th generation. But the Z series, the Z490 motherboards, okay, it is compatible on a limited basis. So, say for example, it might not be able to support the PCIe Gen 4. Okay, so if you're using the Z490, you cannot utilize the Gen 4 PCIe lanes. Okay, so kung ano it will backward support the Gen 3 PCIe. Okay, now let's take a quick look of our Intel NAC PC. Okay, so Intel NAC PC are the mini PC or desktop-like performance PC for Intel. Okay, so if you're looking for a small form factor devices that can perform or replace your desktop performance, well, you have to look for Intel NAC PC. Okay, so our current lineup, okay, for our 11th generation NAC PC. Okay, so we have an 11th gen with Intel Iris X graphics as well. Okay, so from productivity, content creation, if you're going to use it for entertainment, for collaboration, okay, so even if you wanted to use, if you're looking for a small form factor gaming device, Intel has all this segment or uh, product lineup. Okay, so if you're a gamer, you can go for our Intel NAC 11 enthusiast. Okay, the one with the skull. So this is our gaming NAC PC. And if you're more of a productivity and if you are on a business, if you're going to use it for your business uh, or for your business or for your office, go for our Intel NAC 11 Pro. So usually this NAC 11 Pro has the B Pro technology compliance. So that means you can connect it, you can manage it remotely, okay, because of its network manageability features. Now, if you're on a mainstream or content creator, or you want to use it for entertainment, you can have the NAC 11 Performance NAC PC. Okay, so if you, whatever the lifestyle, okay, you are in, you have, Intel has all the product designed for you. Okay, and then we're going to we already launched our Intel NAC M15 laptop. So that means you can have an option to customize your device according to your preference. Let's discuss it further later on. Okay, so let's take a quick look on the transition side. So Currently, I'm sure most of you are aware that we have the current SKU model for the Core i3, Core i5, and Core i7 of our NAC Frost Canyon, which has the 10th generation Core i3, Core i5, and Core i7 with integrated Intel UHD graphics. Okay, now moving forward to our 11th generation, we will now offer the Panther Canyon, okay, powered by the 11th Gen Core i3, Core i5, and Core i7 with the new Intel Iris Xe graphics integrated. Okay, it's already in the system or in the device. Okay, so you just have to use it. Now, if you currently have the 8th gen Core i5, i3, and i7, okay, these are for the business segment. So for small businesses, you can use it for digital signage, for your kiosk, for your POS, and this is actually being deployed mostly in education and public sector. So the 8th Gen Core processor will now be replaced with our Tiger Canyon. But I'm sure most of you still have this in store. Okay, so you can still find this in store. Okay, so the Tiger Canyon will have the 11th generation Core i5, Core i3, Core i5, and Core i7. Okay, with the B Pro technology. But take note that the Core i5 and Core i7, okay, will be the one that will support the vPro technology. So you can remotely manage the Core i5 and Core i7 of the Tiger Canyon, but the Core i3 will not support the vPro technology. And of course, it also has the new Intel Iris Xe graphics, same as with your Panther Canyon. And then for the gaming side or for content creator, our Hades Canyon, which we previously being offered in the market, currently being offered in the market. So these are for content pro and gaming enthusiasts. So it has a separate or dedicated graphics, okay, which is Radeon RX Vega. Now, moving forward to our new 11th generation NUC performance or gaming, we'll have the Phantom Canyon, which has the dedicated discrete graphics. So when we say discrete graphics, it's a separated graphics card that has been added to your device. So we have the RTX 2060 graphics with 6 GB of RAM. Now, this one can handle heavy workloads as well as heavy gaming applications. So this will be desktop replacement, okay, if you want a small form factor devices on your table or workstation. Okay, it doesn't consume a lot of space, but it can still perform just like your normal ATX desktop PC. Okay, now I just want to highlight our NAC M15. Okay, the Intel 11th generation NAC M15 actually is a kit that has the Intel Iris Xe graphics, but you can actually upgrade some of its component. Like for example, the NVMe SSD, you can upgrade your storage. You can upgrade your. So this is a customizable laptop, okay, that is being offered by Intel. So if you want to learn more about this product, you can go ahead and check our website. And this has been released in the market, and you can check all the reviews and all the major releases or partners releases on our website. So if you want to use it for casual gaming, for productivity, for content creation, this is actually designed for you guys. So this is actually a premium NAC PC or laptop. So this is your chance to customize your device or laptop mobile device, okay, according to your specific needs or requirement. Okay, so it also follows the same warranty and uh, availability. So you can check out different Felta multimedia for the availability and to customize your device. So I think this will be an additional product lineup with Felta Multimedia. So you can check how you can customize your NAC M15 by calling them directly. Okay? So I think that wraps up my presentation. So later on, we'll try to answer as many questions as possible. So I hope you're having a great time. So let me turn you over to Miss Rochelle. Miss Rochelle.
All right. Wow, thank you so much for that, Sir Willie Nacional from Intel. I hope you guys came here with an empty cup because Sir Willie just gave us a lot of information about all the things that we should learn about the product or the device specifically that we are using. And wow, 11th gen Intel Core processor and Intel Evo platform, Iris Xe graphics. I hope we could all have that, especially we're all working from home. We are all having our devices. We cannot actually go with our work, with our schoolwork without it. So thank you so much for sharing us your expertise, Sir Willie. And even though I myself is not really much into technicals, from how you explained every single thing gave me, and I believe not only me but or all our viewers gave us ideas how useful this platform will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that,
Thank
sir.
you,
Very,
Rochelle.
yeah, we'll be having you again back later for our Q&A. So guys, get ready for the questions, okay? And now, of course, yeah, that's actually the reason why Felt are doing this, to share information to the public, especially for those who don't much enough knowledge about the topic that we are sharing. So I hope you guys learned a lot about this. And yeah, again, thank you so much for that, Sir Willie Nacional. And for our third speaker, for you, if you are teachers from public and private schools, and if you have trained about the Intel products and robotics as well, let us all welcome our third speaker. He is the STEM master teacher of DepEd City of Makati, a science department head of Benigno Ninoy S. Aquino High School from the division of Makati, and of course, one of our master robotics teacher at Felta Multimedia Inc. Let us all welcome Sir Edwin Haniel Engana. Hi, Sir Edwin.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. All right, take it away, sir.
Okay, can you now see my screen? Rochelle, is my presentation visible now?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to present a product or device from Intel in partnership with Felta Multimedia Incorporated that will surely help the teachers in teaching. Technology is transforming education, changing how, when, and where students learn, and empowering them at every stage of their journey. On the path to personalizing learning, technology empowers students by giving them ownership of how they learn, making education relevant to their digital lives, and preparing them for their futures. With technology and access to resources beyond classroom walls, students are inspired to become problem solvers, critical thinkers, collaborators, and creators. The skills for 21st century learners. Where technology has been successfully integrated into classroom, students develop a lifelong love of learning. Educators are always striving to personalize learning for students. Technology can help them reach new levels with access to real-time student data, longitudinal information, content, applications, and other platforms. Technology can help educators create blended learning environments. That's what we're applying now in the new normal in education, and leverage digital tools for formative and summative assessments, bringing new models for learning and teaching to classrooms. School systems have the hard decision of choosing devices and technology models that will help achieve their visions of transforming learning. There are actually available tools and devices in the market, but will it address the needs of the students and help the teachers deliver the lessons effectively? So Intel can help school systems enhance the experience of each student and educator with a holistic solution approach that focuses on technology to enable first personalized learning, connected and efficient classrooms, and a secure, powerful IT infrastructure. Intel see the potential for using technology in the classroom to help students learn the skills necessary for the fourth industrial revolution job market. So the Intel has this Turn Yoga. Turn Yoga is a technology by Intel that can be used by educators for holistic teaching approach. Just to give you the specifications of the Turn Yoga 2-in-1, the processor is Intel Celeron N3550. Connectivity, Wi-Fi, it supports 4G LTE, band 41, storage 64 GB, and memory 4 GB. It has the following sensors: ambient light sensors, e-compass, gyroscope. The screen is 11.6 inches, 1366 by 768 in plane switching high definition. The camera is 2.0M high definition front rotatable camera. Input output, one USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0 port, audio combo jack, micro SD 3.0 card slot. And the operating system is Windows 10. It has built-in stereo speakers and 2 digital microphones. The battery is 2,250 milliampere hour. It has a drop resistant of up to 70 centimeters and dust resistant IP5 on AB phase only. Just to give you an idea of what is IP, IPX, or IPY, XY are all references to a standard dice rating for how well a device or product can prevent solids and liquids from entering and thus possibly causing a damage to your electronics or devices. Officially, IP stands for International Protection, marking because the standard was developed and is maintained by the International Electrotechnical Commission. The X is the solids or dust protection level from 0 to 6, where 0 means no protection at all or whatsoever, and 6 means it's dust tight. No dust can enter at all, even after exposure for up to 8 hours. So notice that the Turn Yoga has dust resistant of IP5, so it is protected from dust. It has a weight of 1.3 kilograms. The dimensions, 298.6 by 207.25 by 18.6 millimeters. And the following are the accessories of Turn Yoga 2-in-1. The thermal probe, which you can use for experiments in temperature, thermodynamics, micro lens, activity stylus pen. Since the Turn Yoga 2-in-1 is intended for classroom use, for education use, it is a 360 degrees view for an educational environment. And again, it is for education. Light and rugged design built to last. This one is also a rugged tablet or tablet PC. So rugged tablets are designed to withstand hard knocks, long drops, high or low temperatures, moisture, dust, and more, yet still provide a great user experience at the same time. They've been put through rigorous testing to make sure they can survive the extremes of what you can put them through. So that makes rugged Turn Yoga 2-in-1 perfect for students, because students can have the tendency to drop the PC while doing the activities or when they are busy doing an activity. Okay, so the benefits for in education for um, of the Turn Yoga, actually it has a built-in classroom management. Teachers can do assessments using this classroom management in the Turn Yoga. They can design and easily administer formative assessments to test students' comprehension or understanding. Thumbnail monitoring. So if the teachers can monitor what the students are doing or the progress of the activity that they are assigned to do. Screen sharing. Teachers can share their screen and they can also share the screen of the students. They can also do file distribution and collection with the use of the classroom management in the Turn Yoga. Screen lock. Educators can blank student screens if the student is not participating in the discussion or not doing the activity. It has also a student journal. It delivers a complete record of all activity within a lesson, aids homework and revision, provides valuable resources for students who have missed a lesson, and gives educators or teachers a full record of the activity of the students, because at the end of the day, the teachers need the record of the students in the activity. The chat, students and educators can do or can communicate privately in the chat feature of the classroom management that is in the Turn Yoga. And there's also Tech Console, enables a school IT admin to deliver remote technical support in case kailangan ng teacher ng technical support. Okay, so let me show you the classroom management of in the Turn Yoga. This one, classroom management, Intel classroom management. So like what I've said, the main features are with this application, the teacher can assess the comprehension of the students and then can monitor the works of the students. Okay, so let's have the features. Although nabanggit ko na of this classroom management. It has thumbnail monitoring. Okay, so to check the screens of the students. And then you can also monitor students' audio activity. And it has also question and answer mode. Let's check this feature. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 question types. First to answer, enter an answer, potluck, team first to answer, team enter an answer. So this one can be used by the teachers, let's say in the motivation part or in the review part or even in the short assessment after the discussion of the lesson. And for this feature, yung internet, the teacher can identify the restricted websites na hindi pwedeng, syempre, hindi pwedeng ma-access ng students. Like, yung mga hindi naman kailangan, kung if you think the Facebook is not needed in the classroom or in the discussion, then you can restrict that. Okay, so just enter or type in the URL here in the restricted website part. Now, dito naman on the left side, you can identify the approved websites. So websites that can be used by the student, that can be accessed by the students, okay, in the research or in doing the activity. So example, if the videos in the YouTube are needed, then I'll give one example. Let's say this one. Okay, so YouTube is an approved website in this case. Then you can also control the applications that can be used by the students. Okay, with this feature of the classroom management. And you can also do survey. Let's try this one. I have ready survey questions here. Example, are you still generally concerned or worried about the COVID-19 pandemic? And expected response, yes or no. So just click send, and para ma-access ng maging available tong survey question to the students, to the tablet or the PC of the students. Actually, I have 2 tablets connected to my PC. By the way, with this classroom management software, let's say kung face-to-face, you don't need internet connection. What you just need is a router. Okay, router in which the laptop of the teacher is connected. So was the tablets or the PC tablets of the students. Okay. So let's say etong student 1 will answer that survey question. So ang sagot niya ay yes. And then the other student, ang hirap. The other student, let's say the answer is no. Okay, so may result agad yung survey. So you can present this to the class and ask them the reasons why they answered, the students answered yes or why they answered no. The other survey question here, they usually wait. This one. Are you willing to be vaccinated against COVID-19? So the expected responses, yes, no, don't know. So just click send, and then that survey question will be sent to every PC of the student. Okay, let's say the student 1, the first student, the first student's answer is yes, and so with the second student. Okay, so 100% answered yes, and then pwede mo nang i-discuss sa class kung bakit sa tingin mo nila willing na sila to be vaccinated against COVID-19. And then doon na mag-start yung discussion in the class. And here, yung show menu tab, you can share or show your desktop to all your students. Let's say in the classroom, you're not using, you don't have LCD projector. So kung meron sila mga tablets and the tablets are connected, the Ternyoga are connected to the router, so as your laptop, so pwede mong i-share yung presentation mo to your students, like my presentation. So ngayon, naka-share na to actually sa may mga estudyante. Okay, and then you can now discuss the lesson nakatingin lang sila sa sa tablet PC nila, okay, and then you can go on with your lesson. Okay, so kung meron kang activity na pinagawa sa mga estudyante mo and then gusto mong mag-report sila, magkaroon ng reporting at before the end of this the session, okay, so pwedeng i-share yung tablet ng a specific student. Example, gusto kong i-share yung tablet ni student yoga. So you just have to select the student here and then click exhibit. So this is actually the screen of student yoga. And then pwede niya lang i-share ngayon kung anong mga report ang gagawin niya. And then etong screen ni student yoga ay nakashare din to all the tablets of the students. Okay, so again, without the use of the LCD, so pwede ka makapag-share ng presentation. Your presentation and the presentation of the students. You can also transfer file or send file to the tablets of the students kasi we promote paperless exam or assessment. So kung meron kang ready-made exam in your PC or in your device, you can just send it to the students. So just browse the file from your tablet. Let me grab a file from my PC. Wait. A portfolio about earthquake, let's say. This one is actually a module for all students. And then the location in which the file will be saved or sent to the device of the student is in its desktop. Just click send. And that file will be sent to the tablets of the students. Okay, so student 1, meron na siya ditong earthquake module. Okay, so pwede niya na i-open yon. So hindi mo na kailangan mag-print ng materials. And then you can also collect the outputs of the students, okay, using this tab, send or collect work. So punta ka lang doon sa may location kung saan nakasave yung file ng estudyante. Okay, this one. Just click send or collect file. And if the student is not participating in the discussion or in the activity, so you can lock the screen of the student's PC. So kung okay na at nagbigay naman siya ng reason and then nag-sorry, so you can unlock the student's PC. Now, if you're discussing something and you want all your students to focus to what you're saying, then you can click blank all PC. So lahat ng PCI, like this one, ay blank. Okay, for them to access again or to use again the PC, then click blank all. So active na uli yung PC nila. And for this one, the communicate tab, so you can do private conversation or communication with your students. So example, send the message to the selected client. All connected to. Wait. Chat. So let's say student Felta, advanced student siya. So hindi niya na kailangan yung pinagagawa mong activity. Hindi niya na kailangan yung pinagagawa kong activity sa mga classmates niya. So we can have private conversation regarding a certain topic. Excuse me. For instance, about momentum. Si Felta lang pala na. Felta. Okay, click OK, and then I can now start sending messages or questions to that particular student. What is your idea about momentum? Okay, and then in the tablet of Felta student, so na-send sa kanya yung message, and then that student can respond to my question, and that will develop discussion about a certain topic. And this one is a good feature of the classroom management from Intel. And then after the discussion, so pwede ka na magbigay ng exam, and you can use the testing console. Okay, kung wala ka pang nagawang exam, you can create an exam. So just log in to this testing console or testing designer of classroom management. Okay, so dito actually meron ng mga available test items. Etong nasa taas, general, yung folders na general, geography, history, literature, science. But you can still add folders here for specific topics. Example, in physics, but under physics, may lesson ka doon about mechanics, about kinematics, thermodynamics, optics. So pwede mong gawan ng folders yun dito sa taas. Okay, so what's the significance of that? You have now test bank of the test items, which you can use, let's say, after the discussion of a certain lesson. So naka-ready na yung mga test items na yun. So i-collect mo na lang, i-gather mo na lang, or you'll just consolidate it to come up with one quiz or one exam. And then below here, may example test na dito. Okay, but you can create a new exam. Okay, and then you can add items, and those items can be from this test bank na ginawa mo na, item bank na ginawa mo na, or a new one. Like the other assessment applications na ginagamit natin, you can also attach pictures, video in this test designer. Okay. So let's say nakagawa ka na ng exam. Example, itong exam na to, example test ay gawa mo na. So if you're ready to give it to your students, okay, so you have to publish it. Okay, just click this publish the selected exam tab. Again, now you can have different exams here na ginawa mo, pero pipili ka lang doon kung ano lang ipapublish mo, which can be available to your students. So in this case, isa lang naman available dito. So example test, I mean. So publish ko to. Okay. If it's okay with you, then click publish. Okay, to give that test to your students, go to testing console here, sa right side, upper right, and click the testing console. Pwedeng mamili ka lang ng mga estudyante na pagbibigyan mo ng exam. Kung lahat na nakakuha na ng exam yung iba mong estudyante, kaya lang like in this new normal, in the online class, madami mga estudyante na nalilate ng exam. Okay, kasi pwedeng because of the internet connection issue or other personal issues ng mga estudyante natin. So let's say si Felta ay hindi nakapag-exam last time. So pwedeng siya lang or pwede namang lahat. Okay, kung lahat, so you have to tick all the or select all the students in the list. Then click next. You can set time for this particular exam. So gamitin ko rin default time. And then if kung okay na yung setting niya, then click finish. Okay, let's just wait for the Intel Classroom Management to make the exam available to the students. Okay, so available na. So just click start the test. Okay, medyo madami-dami to. So try kong sagutan ha. Si ano na lang, si Turn Yoga student. I'm now Turn Yoga is now answering item number 1. So what can you notice? So nakikita nyo agad, as a teacher, nakikita mo agad yung progress ng exam ng estudyante. Pero ito naman kasi, ikaw lang nakakita dapat niyan. Siyempre, hindi mo dapat pinapakita sa estudyante kasi makikita niya, oh, number 1 is incorrect. So the student will change the answer. And then item number 2, hindi ko na po pag-iisipan ha, para matapos agad. 3, the exam is about, I think, social studies. Item number 4, puro mali, di ba? Item number 5, 6, so makikita nyo na Turn Yoga needs intervention. Wala siyang sagot, wala siyang tama eh. Meron na pala. Okay, number 9. Still kailangan niya pa rin intervention. Number 10. So out of the 10 items, isa pa lang ang tama ni student Yoga. Na-miss. Wait. Okay, 12. You can also see in your laptop if a student missed a test item or test items. The student is now in item number 14. $15. 3 more items. Mukhang kailangan nating patawag yung parents ng batang ito. Well, that's it. The first student finished the exam, but not with not a good result. Anyway, sample lang naman to eh. Then kung okay na, let's say lahat ng estudyante natin nakatapos na, Kahit hindi pa tapos yung time, pwede nyo namang stop yung exam. Or kung meron pa rin namang hindi pa tapos, and then they can go on with the exam until the time ended. Okay, and then again, ang kailangan ng teacher when giving exam or assessment is the result or the report. So with this classroom management, you can have this, you can get the result of the exam. So si Turn Yoga answered 18 questions at ang score niya lang ay 15. Okay? Si Felta, may sagot siyang 3, 0. So check natin yung report. Kay Yoga, let's look at the result and let's allow the student to display the correct answer. Then mismo sa kanyang tablet. Pwede niya i-check yan. And the report, okay, when you click the show the report, yung report will also be sent to the student's PC. So magkakaroon na siya ng personal assessment to his or her performance with that exam. Okay, so alam niya na ngayon kung kailangan niya bang mag-review, kailangan niyang humingi ng tulong, seek help from his or her teacher. Okay, that's how you can use the testing console of the Intel Classroom Management. So it's like learning management system na may exam. You can discuss a lesson, you can share your screen. Okay, and then next is in the Turn Yoga, kasama dyan yung lab camera. Okay, merong application in the Turn Yoga tablet na lab camera, which can also be used by the teachers. Okay, it's a webcam-based natural science exploration and data logging software that allows students and teachers to carry out scientific activity or observation and measurements by using a computer. It can be used both in the classroom and at home to help with homework. It puts science and nature into a new perspective, making natural science studies interesting and exciting to the students. Okay, so let's use this Turn Yoga tablet PC. So may kasamang, diba doon kasama doon na accessory ay etong camera. So just connect the camera to the PC. And then, share ko lang yung screen nitong Let me share the screen of this student, si Yoga. Okay, exhibit the screen of the student. So let's open the, where is it? Camera. Labcam. There you go. Again, Labcam is an application that is in the Turn Yoga tablet. So actually, you can do 7. What's this? You can use 7 features of this lab camera, pero ang gamitin natin ay microscope. Okay. So with the lab camera application, the students or the teachers can investigate specimens like etong dahon na to. I have 3 different leaves here. Wait. Yan. Okay, so if your lesson is about the different leaves, so you can use this lab camera. Okay, so this one is leaf number 1. Okay, that's how the first leaf uh, looks like. Then the second leaf. Mhm. Okay, this. So, di ba mas nakikita yung small details of a leaf? Instead of just looking at the leaf na ganito lang. Okay, the third one. Okay, wait. By the way, kung meron kayong flashlight, excuse me, mas maganda rin na gamitan niyo ng flashlight para siyempre kailangan ng source of light na marereflect from lens. Okay, para mas okay, medyo naghahang lang ha. Mhm. Okay, so this one is the third specimen. And then you can take a picture of this specimen. So by just clicking this, take a picture tab. And then after taking the picture of the specimen, you or the student can save this in your device or in the device of the student. So that picture can be used by the students in the lab results report. So pwede niya pong gamitin yun. So lagi yung ginagamit for this lab cam, etong 3-in-1 coffee kasi magandang makita natin yung different components of the 3-in-1. Example, if your lesson is about mixture, so this one is a mixture of different substances. Okay, wait. Mhm.
Okay,
Okay,
Sir
there you go.
Edwin. Yes, Sir Edwin.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am.
after this experiment, just okay, so that because we're sensitive about the time. Okay, okay. After
Okay.
this experiment, we're pleased to announce that we're going to have Q&A. So if you have any questions about the demonstrations and also the presentations of Sir Willie and Sir Josh, and we will have a raffle, an Intel raffle. We have lots of Intel raffle items in store. So please do stay. Right. Thank you.
Okay. So that's how you can use the lab camera in your class. And another application in the Turn Yoga is this Spark View. Last na to. Okay, let me share the screen of student Felta. Okay, so this Spark View is a software which combines multimedia curriculum, real-time data collection, and powerful scientific analysis tool in an easy-to-use, icon-based use interface. So ito ay galing sa Pasco. SparkView is compatible with all Pasco passport sensors and interfaces. Okay, so kasama dun sa may Turn Yoga ay this one, the thermal probe. So try natin gamitin this thermal probe in measuring the temperature of a substance. So may different sensors dito. May onboard temperature sensor, onboard light sensor, onboard acceleration sensor, and may sound pa dito, I think. Okay, microphone. But this time, we'll use this temperature sensor. So at this point, makikita natin ang point temperature is 34.5 degrees Celsius. That's the temperature of the room kung nasan ako ngayon. So mainit, di ba? Maglagay lang ako ng hot water in this glass. Okay, let's observe what will happen to the temperature kapag in-immerse ko na yung thermal probe in the substance. Okay, click ko lang tong temperature tab na to and then para makita natin yung changes sa data. Maganda naka-graph. Okay, let's click this show tab. Okay, hintay lang natin saglit lang. Okay. Now, immerse ko na yung thermal probe in the hot water. Okay, to record the data, just click this record tab. So, nagre-record na, hindi ko pa ini-immerse. So, tingnan nyo kung anong changes na mangyari once na, ayan na, naka-immerse na yung thermal probe sa my hot water. Okay, if you're okay with that data, then click the play tab. So ito na yung data natin. Naka-graph siya. Maganda kasi pag-experiment ay naka-graph. Ay kita kasi natin yung relationship between the two variables. Like in this case, the time and the temperature. Dikit-dikit, hindi natin masyadong ma-appreciate, but once na we click this tab and expand natin yan, mas makikita natin ngayon yung changes sa temperature. So at time 10 seconds, this is the temperature. I think that's what's that? 60, almost 66 degrees Celsius. Okay, kung gusto natin na mas makita natin yan in tabular form, kasi there are different ways in presenting the data. This one is in graphical format. So this one is a point temperature. And then this is in tabular form, naka-table. So makikita natin at 9.5 seconds, the temperature is increased to 58.1. 10 seconds, what's that? 65.4, and then at 13 seconds, 17.5. So tinanggal na natin yung thermal probe doon. So when you presented this to the students, mas makikita nila ngayon yung changes in the data and how the temperature varies with the time of yung immersion ng thermal probe in the hot substance. Okay, pwede rin naman in meter yung presentation. Okay, and then you can also, like the picture, you can also save this. Okay, pwedeng kunan ng snapshot o ng screenshot yung table, okay, which can be used by the students in the final report of the activity. Okay, that's for the thermal probe. Okay, so that's how you can use the thermal probe in teaching. So etong this Turn Yoga, you can use this in face-to-face class or even in online class. Kasi kung yung teacher ay meron nito when discussing the lesson, so mapapakita niya yon. Or kung meron naman yung mga bata nito sa kanilang bahay, and then the teacher can just give an instruction na, or you can use the thermal probe of the Turn Yoga and then investigate the variation of the temperature in this activity. So meron lang good instruction na ipa-follow yung estudyante. Clear instruction na ipa-follow yung estudyante when doing that activity. Okay. That's my part for the Turn Yoga. Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle.
Hi, sir. Okay.
Let's bring everyone in. Thank you so much, Sir Edwin. That's
Welcome.
correct. You know, if you have, by the way, all the sensors and the other solutions, educational solutions that you have seen that Sir Edwin has mentioned, as this demonstrated, are free. It comes with the device for the Intel Education, Turn Yoga, the Unite 2-in-1, and also the study book tablets. So if you want more information about that, you can just contact the Felta Multimedia Incorporated. Okay, so let's have our Q&A. Let's flash some of, do you have questions in the chat box and also in our Facebook Live? Okay, let's see. Rochelle, first question.
There are some who's asking questions already. All right, so we have a question from, Sir L'Ariel. Hi, Sir L'Ariel. This question is, can Intel devices be powered using solar energy or solar panels?
That's can you answer, Sir Willie or Sir Josh?
Yeah, Willie, you can answer.
Yeah. Actually, what you just need is a current, right? So if you have a solar panel system or solar energy source, you can just convert it into a current wherein you can plug your devices. But if on a perspective, if Intel has this renewable energy solutions, yes, Intel has a renewable energy solutions in place.
Okay, yeah, that's the same. That's the same procedure we did. That same process we did in Marilog Elementary School and Santo Elementary School because they didn't have any power for months, so we used solar power energy. That's good. All right. Any other questions, Rochelle?
Yeah, so there are actually questions sending through PM, so we'll just send it through our page. So the question is, what Intel NUC device should I choose if I am a content creator? So one of our content creators are asking.
Okay, so if you are a content creator, I've shared earlier the SKU models or the products that you can choose from. So basically, for content creator, you can choose the NAC 11 Enthusiast or the NAC 11 Pro. But if in terms of availability, you can opt in to use our 10th generation Intel Core i5 and i3, which is the Frost Canyon, or the Hades Canyon that has the Core i7 CPU with dedicated graphics, RX Vega graphics card.
And just to add, Willie, as you mentioned, that if you're talking about content creation, so it's a bit. I mean, you are to use complex applications, right? So
Mm-hmm.
as what Willie shared with us, it has to be at least Core i3 processor.
Mm-hmm.
From Core i3, i5, and i7. So it would depend on your budget, but yun na nga, since you are a content creator, medyo mas matindi yung gamit mo sa processor, it has to be at least Core i3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions from our social media assets, Rochelle? Okay, please
Correct.
proceed. And we will have
Yeah,
a group photo for the raffle. The raffle, we have a great raffle from Intel. Okay.
yeah. I think I'll just be reading it directly from our page. They're a bit shy asking questions. And anyways, a while ago, yes, we're really Sir Edwin and Sir Josh were able
For
to
Edwin,
explain,
Mr. Edwin.
yeah, properly. And okay, what else?
Okay, so they're complimenting Sir Edwin for his demonstration. All right,
Yes,
Sir Edwin. Sir Edwin daw, congratulations. You have many fans from the DepEd watching us this morning.
Yeah, teachers from DepEd and some from private schools.
Okay, any other comments or questions we have from our social media assets?
Great. Come on, guys. Go ahead and drop your questions. So we have Sir Josh, Sir Willie, and Sir Edwin with us.
All right. Okay, I believe I think for other questions, do we have any? But I think let's proceed now for a group photo and then we will proceed with the raffle. Okay, thank you, Sir Edwin, for the comprehensive demonstration. Okay, Sir Edwin, smile. Okay, Jovin.
All right, we'll count. 1, 2, 3, smile. Great.
Okay, now let's proceed to, if you have any other questions, let's flash our email address here during our live broadcast. So if you have any other questions for Sir Josh, Sir Willie, and Sir Edwin, we can send it to them and then we can send you also the answers to your questions. I hope you're having a great time. It's information overload, but I know that the part that we're waiting for is for the raffle. Okay, let's show what are the raffle items at stake. Nako, only.
All right.
Yes. Sana meron tayong makuha pero hindi wala. We have the tumblers. Yes. We have the flask. We have the Intel tumblers. We have the flask. And for the grand prize, we have an Intel backpack. Right. An Intel backpack.
Okay,
Rochelle?
so for those who registered in the registration we have sent you, now we will be flashing out the wheel of names, the teacher job is.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have first winner to be called by Sir Josh.
All right.
Okay. All right. So first winner for the tumbler. Tumblers muna, sir, ha? Tumblers.
Yeah, Tumblr.
There.
Rosemary and Stinas. Congratulations,
Okay.
man.
Congratulations, Sir Willie, for the next winner for a tumbler. The next tumbler, we have 6 tumblers. 6 tumblers, 2 flasks. Okay. Wow.
Congrats, Mary Eresa Benzon.
Oh. Okay,
Hi, Ma'am Mary.
so Mary. Okay. Sir Edwin, are you there? Can you please read the next winner for the Intel tumbler? So that's this is our third winner.
Mhm. Go ahead and spin it.
He's not here. He's not available. Okay, let me just say it.
Annie.
Okay.
So
Okay,
Edwin.
the next winner is Annie Kua Soriano.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. So how many do we have? So that's the no for the fourth. Okay, for the fourth. Okay, I'll announce. And the next will be Rochelle. Okay, I'll announce the next for the tumbler. This is the fourth. Ay, kilala ko to. Ang swerte ko palagi. All right. One of our partners from Power, Wilbert C. Benzon. Congratulations, Sir Wax. Talagang he always wins. He always wins. Okay, for the fifth tumbler, Intel tumbler, Rochelle, please announce.
Okay. Our fifth winner for our Intel tumbler. Congratulations to Ma'am Mary and Beth Alcom. Congratulations.
Okay, Mary and Beth Kong. Right. Sir Josh, for
Yeah.
for the two flasks, we have two Intel flasks.
Okay. 2 flask. And our winner.
Announce the first one, yes.
Ricardo Enriquez Jr. Congratulations.
Ricardo
sir.
Enriquez. Wow. Okay. Sir Willie, for the second Intel flask. Sino to?
Congrats, Ricardo P. Enriquez Jr.
Okay. All right. And for our grand prize, Sir Edwin, please announce. So we had the 6 tumblers, the 2 flasks, and then now for the Intel backpack. Ganda. It's in my office. Kami walang ganyan, ha? Sir Edwin,
It's a limited
announce.
edition.
Limited edition. Okay, Sir Edwin.
Ma'am, baka ma-announce ko pangalan ko, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, let's spin it.
And the grand prize winner, Marjorie Fajardo.
Oh, si
congrats.
Marjorie.
Congratulations.
Congratulations
Alright,
to all
so if-
our
Congratulations, and if you're watching right now, please send us at our official Facebook page, Delta Multimedia Inc., your addresses, your complete details, or you can email us at deltamultimediainc@gmail.com.
Yes, but we have their details because they're registered. We will send those they're registered. Yeah, so we have their details. We will reach out to you so you can give us, so you know that you have won if you're watching. Yes. All right. Okay. So next so I think Rochelle, let's request Josh, Willie, and Edwin to say our last few words before we close.
All right, can I start?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining us. Sorry, it's lunch time, right? It's almost 12:30, but anyway, thank you for staying until the end of the presentation. So again, as mentioned earlier, that Felta and Intel will work together to come up with the right product and solution for you, for your requirement. So again, thank you so much, and thank you for educating our children. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir
Good
Willie.
afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, and just stay safe and uh, yeah, stay safe.
Okay. Sir, parang naiyak si Sir Willie.
Oh, very
Masyado
shy.
emotional si Sir Willie.
Masyadong
Ay,
emotional eh.
na-emotional si Sir Willie eh. Stay safe. Okay. Sir Edwin.
Again, good afternoon. In this new normal in education, what we need is a right device to effectively deliver the lessons. So consider the products from Intel and Felton Multimedia Incorporated that are presented today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Edwin. Thank you so much. The best educator, one of the best. Okay, Rochelle. Right. So, well, for me, I would like to say, as Sir Willie, as Sir Josh has mentioned, and Sir Edwin, thank you so much for your time with us this afternoon. And we know that you are also with us in looking into ways to make education, learning, and teaching more engaging in or in the safety of our homes or in whatever locations we are in. And in behalf of Felta Multimedia Incorporated, thank you so much for your time. And Intel, thank you for your trust and confidence in being our partner all these years. Okay, Rochelle, back to you.
All right. So once again, thank you so much, Mama Eileen Aviva, and our partner Intel, or Edwin and Gana, for this very wonderful webinar. I know a lot of teachers, not only teachers, students, learned a lot from you. So thank you so much for spending us your time. And for all our viewers, thank you for supporting Felta Multimedia Inc.'s webinar. And I hope you learned a lot and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much and have a great day to everyone.
Stay
Bye-bye.
safe.
Bye, guys.
Yes.